What's up, you guys? It's Rob here. Today, we're going to be covering ticker symbol GME. We'll be covering it on the daily, weekly, and monthly time frame in anticipation for tomorrow's trading day, April 27th, a lovely Tuesday. I just want to start off by saying I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong, and I will gladly admit I'm wrong because GME absolutely freaking killed it today. Like, it killed it. And also, what the heck is happening in the after hours? Because when we take a look at the chart, we closed at 168. We got as high as 198. And now we're trading at 184. What's going on, guys? What's going on? But anyways, before we really dive into technical analysis, if you guys can, do me a favor, drop a like on this video. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and that you ring that bell too. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and helps me get a further reach here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and dive on into the charts. So GME overall for the day had a really strong day. And what I really want to highlight here is we had a support here at 150 that we actually broke in the morning, which was kind of, I'm not going to lie, it was a little scary to me because considering the fact that we got below 150, I'm like, oh no, here we go again. We're going to break 150. And the next thing that I saw was we had just a slow growth. And the next thing that I want to really highlight is, let me put the support line here at 160 because we did find a little bit of support here around 160. But we had this really nice period of consolidation here, just right here. It was really nice. Then we actually had a little bit more here, and we actually had a little bit here going in the close, which was really good. We had periods of consolidation, which really helped the stock. And the fact is, this was bullish consolidation because we were moving upwards. We weren't having consolidation down at our low. If we were having consolidation at 148 instead of around 157, I would be a little bit concerned. Now, the huge thing is GME finished up 11.74%, which is phenomenal. Now, the next thing I really want to address, which is the elephant in the room, is what the heck is going on in this after hours? I know if we take a look here, the news article says that GameStop shares jump after Reddit favorite raises 551 million in stock sales. Now, the huge thing is this is an article here. Let me pop us over here, the CNBC. So remember that GameStop was doing an at the money offering. And that's exactly what this was their at the money offering. So GameStop's price climbed and extended trading on Monday after video game retailers sold 3.5 million additional shares, raising 551 million to speed up its company's e-commerce transformation. So that kind of explains what's going on. But the huge thing is, if we take a look here in the article, do they have it? No, they don't have it. The average price of it was around like 157. It wasn't at $180. So the huge thing I'm going to be looking at tomorrow is, can we sustain $184? We can sustain $184. Strap your boots in. Make sure your shoelaces are tied nice and tight because we're getting ready to take off here. But let's hop back over here to Webull. But really, that's the huge thing is they had this offering and was great because now GameStop is not only going to be debt free, but it's going to help this stock offering is literally going to help take them to this e-commerce giant that they want to be, which is very bullish. Remember, on the 30th, GameStop is erasing all of its long-term debt, which is huge. All of its long-term debt. A company that's debt-free, that's awesome. But the huge thing, hopping back here in the chart, we did have our intraday high of 198 in the after hours. The huge thing during the day, we did have a high of 174, which is really good for this stock. The thing that I'm looking for is 172. Guys, remember it. For the longest period of time, back at the beginning of this month, we're trading at this like 172 to 198 channel. It was what we were trading in. We were consolidating. We were getting tighter. We were getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter within this channel. And what ended up happening is we ended up breaking down through that channel and plummeting all the way to, it was like, I can't even remember, but we ended up plummeting through that and we found 150 and we kind of bounced around in that area, and we've been making a slow, like today we made that move back up and really made up a lot of lost time, which is good. Now, the other thing that I want to really highlight here is this gold line. We were trading above the VWAP, which is called the volume weighted average price. So if you bought a share of GameStop today, did you profit from buying that share? Since we're above the VWAP, you profited from buying a share of GameStop today. If we were below the VWAP, you wouldn't have gained any money today, and you would have actually probably lost money on your investment if you bought a share of GameStop today. So the fact that we're above the VWAP is a phenomenal thing for the stock. The other thing that I really want to highlight is the past 3 days, really, Friday we had like a period of consolidation. Roughly, these look like consolidation days to me, really. And then today we had this just bullish rip up, which was amazing. And I absolutely loved it. And the fact that we touched 198, which was actually a level of resistance. So I'm going to put that in up here. It was a level of resistance for us for the longest period of time. And we were fighting between $198 and $200 when we were coiling up in this channel. And that's the huge thing that I want you guys to remember, is that when we were in this channel, we were just getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter, and then we were eventually going to break up or down. Sadly, we broke down. Now that we're getting back into this channel and getting closer, hopefully tomorrow when we open up, we can hold 184. If we can hold 184, I think it's going to be a very bullish thing for the stock personally. And I really think if we can do that and hold 184, we're probably going to have to retest 172. Because to be perfectly honest with you, we broke through 172 like it was a hot knife going through butter kind of thing. Like it was nothing. It was absolutely nothing. If we take a look at the RSI here in the after hours, we actually cooled it down to 48, which is phenomenal. When we take a look at the MACD is incredibly overextended. You do have to keep in mind, they did do a public offering and it was $3.5 million worth of shares. That's a significant amount of shares. We're trading at roughly $200, so someone can do the math and drop it down in the comment section below. My head's blown right now because I'm trying to look at this chart and understand what the heck is going on here. But if we hop out here to the month view, the huge thing I want to do is over the past month, you can see we were trading in this channel, and then we broke down, and then we popped back up, and we tried to retest it. And then we broke down, and we broke back up, and then we made these kind of stair steps down all the way back down to 150. And then today, we literally had a bullish day and pretty much wiped out the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-ish days. The past 12 days. In one day, we literally wiped it out. And a lot of people, including me, I'm not going to lie, we're very bearish about GameStop of being like, it's not looking good, guys. It's not looking good. Well, I can tell you, like, it wasn't looking good because we were literally going down, but we literally made it up in one day. Did I ever lose faith in GameStop? No, I never lost faith in GameStop because I'm holding this for the long term. I'm not just in this for the squeeze. I'm in this afterwards because GameStop is going to be an e-commerce giant. It's going to absolutely print people tendies. I can tell you that now. And it's going to be huge. If they can pick up their e-commerce business and keep their e-commerce business running, oh boy, watch out for GameStop. But taking a look here at the RSI, we're sitting here at 80 in the after hours, which really doesn't surprise me because considering the move that we had, it was literally a very strong bull move. And we went from 168 at close to like 198, which is a $30 move, and we closed the after hours at 184, which is quite phenomenal. Now, keep in mind, we are in a bullish trend here on the MACD, which is a good sign. We are also trading above all of our moving averages, the 30-day moving average, the 60-day, the 20-day moving average, the 60-day moving average, and the 120 days. So we have two micro timelines, and then we have one macro timeline, and we're trading above all of them, which is phenomenal. Now, we're definitely in very bullish territory for now for GameStop. The huge thing that I'm looking at with this nice little line here, and what's coming to my head is I'm going, what are we going to do tomorrow? And what does this look like in my head? If you guys are familiar with a bull pennant, what a bull pennant is is I'm going to draw these trend lines here, and I'm going to go from, let's say, here, and then I'm going to grab the bottom of our run up here. So we started our run up here. So essentially what this is a wedge that we're going to form, and it's what's called a bull pennant, essentially. So what we're going to do is we're going to consolidate possibly here for the next 1, 2, 3, 4-ish days. And then we're going to have to make some form of move here on the 5th day. And that's what I'm really looking at is, can we trade within this bull pennant? And how do we trade within this bull pennant? And keep in mind, these trend lines, we can adjust these if we want and bring this out to a longer duration. Now keep in mind that technical analysis is not like exact science. Like, this is not exactly going to be the thing. So this could easily be wrong, and that's the reason why I say take what I say with a grain of salt. Please do your own due diligence. Feel free to listen to these videos because they probably will help you make decisions about GameStop. The huge thing is you need to do your own research because you're investing with your own money. I'm not investing your money for you, and please do not, please do not make an investment off a single video that I make. Please go do your own research, and please invest your own money and do your own due diligence, because you will have so much more confidence in the stock moving forward. And it really helps with having conviction within the stock. Like, having that helps me on the red days because I go, okay, I believe in the stock because of X. And instead of going, well, I'm invested in X because Wall Street Bets told me to, kind of thing. So that's the huge thing. Have conviction within your stocks because it will make holding them a lot easier. The huge thing that I want to really highlight here is, with this bull pennant, we're going to have to consolidate, and we can consolidate to the downside and we can consolidate to the upside. If we break up, it's going to be considered a bullish move. If we break down, it's considered a bearish move. We'll have to take a look in the next couple of days of what possible news catalysts we have. I know on Wednesday, Biden is giving his speech, his address the nation speech. I think it's the State of the Union. He's giving that on Wednesday. And then also the Fed chair is speaking on Wednesday, and they're also talking about interest rates on Wednesday, which will definitely be very reflective within the market. So keep that in mind. But let me hop over here to Vortex, and we're going to cover GameStop short interest. So GameStop short interest actually dropped the other day, and we saw a huge drop. It was roughly, I think it was about 3.5% of short interest was gone out of GameStop. Today, we saw another increase of short interest. It's up 1.26%, and we're sitting at a current short interest or free float of 26.76%. Our current short interest is at 12.56 million. Last reported on the exchange as of April 15th was 11.11 million shares. So our short interest is still increasing. Our borrowed shares, 408,600. Our return shares, 224,230, which leaves a borrowed change of 184,370, which gets added to our shares on loan, which is 14.65 million. GameStop free float, if we hop over here into Webull, I'm drawing a blank here. Our free float is currently 56.26 million shares. So Vortex says roughly, give or take, about a quarter of our volume is out for short shares on loan. Our cost to borrow is sitting at 1.37, and our utilization is still sitting at 57.20%. So still sitting about almost 60% of our short shares that are available are currently being used. So that's huge within the stock. But really, what I want to do is I want to hop back here. What I want to do is I want to cover the day time frame. The day time frame will really help us understand what we've been doing. And you can even take a look at it here. I drew this wedge a while back, and we're definitely consolidating. We're moving towards the bottom part of it. But with today's bullish movement, we're hopefully going to be headed in the upwards direction. From a very macro perspective on the day view, we're in bearish territory still. We're having the RSI sit here at 52. The MACD says we're in bearish territory because we have the crossover here on 319, March 19th. But the huge thing I want to highlight is our volume today was roughly 10.53 million shares. On Friday, our volume was 4 million shares. So we had a positive day today because our volume nearly doubled. Now, our volume is not nearly what it was. Our volume is still dissipating. And keep in mind, when you have these consolidation periods, your volume tends to dissipate. Then you make a move and you see volume pop back in again. So keep that in mind. So as we're consolidating within this wedge, keep in mind, we might see days of a little bit higher volume, but it shows that we're still consolidating. And once we break through this wedge, I think we're going to see a pop in volume. I really hope we pop to the upside because I think we have bullish momentum going behind us. Considering on the 30th that GameStop is going to be debt free and they're using money to change this e-commerce business, it is going to be huge. So those are the two huge catalysts that I can see here. But just this Ortex data, if you guys want to take a second, I'll let you guys take a look at it. But the one thing I want to say with this Ortex data is this doesn't include short ETFs, does not include naked shorting. This is the absolute bare minimum kind of thing. This is the bare minimum that we are looking at. So the fact that our bare minimum utilization is 57.20% is significant. There's things out there that can tell you how many short ETFs have been lent out. And I'm sure there's naked shorting going on because they say they can't naked short, but I can guarantee you that they do because it definitely does happen. But that's what I got for you guys today. The huge thing that I want to say is I was wrong. GameStop definitely is alive. This is nowhere near a dead cat. And I am more than happy because now my position is getting closer to becoming in the green. I am a bag holder right now of GameStop. I bought several shares around 325 before it literally fell off the cliff. And it was minutes before it fell off the cliff. And I'm still sitting here going, help, because my average is still sitting around $250. The fact that we're at 184 makes me feel a little bit better about this, but I'm still holding my GameStop long term because I'm a smooth brain, diamond handed Abe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.